listening to it, and
I
yeah,
remember one time where you were saying something like it would be more worthwhile to listen to a man walk up the stairs
yeah.
than to listen to the majority of Clubhouse conversation.
I often say it's more worthwhile to pick the eye boogers out of my eyes, you know, than listen to a fat woman demand respect on a social audio clownhouse app who keeps getting overtalked. You interrupted me. You've interrupted me again, and I won't tolerate this disrespect. Kick him to the goo.
You have been a positive influence on my life because earlier I was doing my driving lesson. I was sitting on my ass in the car. And
Yeah.
I said, you need to go to the gym later, Fatty.
Yep.
And then I went to the gym, and as I went to the gym, I thought, Fatty, go to the gym, Fatty.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to the gym, and now I feel much better.
See, if you create a room in the morning called Zach is going to the gym and Zach is going to read a book today, you might do it because you subconsciously set up what's called a to-do list early in the morning. And don't worry about making fun of fat women on the internet. I've often thought that it's kind of pathetic, immature, unprofessional to abuse, harass, and mock fat women on the internet who demand social audio respect. But then I realized that this is dinner for schmucks, clubhouse, clown house, clown tent. No need to respect fat women who demand respect. Simply mock, record, and set your priorities straight. And don't never look back at the fat women.
It's funny how true the principle. I didn't know it was very amateur to discuss the Tao, because a wise man hears of the Tao and immediately begins to embody it. But it's funny how demanding respect is not very respectable, and being okay with being disrespected, being okay with being not respected, accepting the lack of respect is, in fact, more respectable. A lot of those things are true, like name on my armor, burned into rust. Master of the burning dawn, I raise my broken hand. Light that tears the dark apart, lead me through these lands. Master of the universe, roar inside my chest. I will wear your blinding fire, armor in my flesh.
So I might have a date later with this girl, and she's never given me
When would you like me to make your dinner reservation for?
that girl too, but this is a different one. And she wouldn't give me her number, but she had me add her on Telegram so we could video a phone call, which never happened because, like, I don't really do that. And where the fuck are my messages? Oh, wrong phone. And then so I just sent her a video of me like saying, hey, what's up, Kay? Blah, blah, blah. And then she writes me back. She says, sorry about the bad communication. Mom was in the hospital. I was doing 12s. She was in there for like 4 or 5 days, and all of my focus pretty much went to that when I was not running around at work. I'm going to Chicago today still. Question. The shirt you were wearing in the video you sent me, was there a special reason you were wearing that shirt? Or is that a normal shirt for you? This is like my crazy art shirt. I wrote, lol. No, it's a funny t-shirt I bought on eBay. It's art. So it's like, I've never talked to this bitch on the phone. We've scheduled no dinner reservation.
Is that a normal shirt for you? Is that like what you think of as a normal shirt? Because that's what you think of as a normal shirt. I don't know if we're going to go through with our first date ever.
I only shot the video of me in the shirt because I wanted to Solomon test her to see if she was going to say anything negative about the horribly obnoxious artistic shirt.
That's something that we've agreed on in the past as well, that if you wear a hat in the video, invariably somebody will comment, nice hat.
Yeah. People are gonna like. Why didn't she just say like, I see you're bald. Are you planning on like growing your hair back prior to the date?
Are you always bald, or did you choose to be bald?
Do you shave your head, or do you actually have hair?
Did you shave your head for this video call for me? Because if you did, that's weird.
So I can already tell that like this is a highly neurotic, highly annoying person, and we will not work out. However, I'm still open to like a cocktail with a pretty girl at any moment. So I've realized that like it's a me problem that I will never meet anyone who's actually socially polite or considerate and not self-centered.
How old are you? Are you 41?
43.
Oh, 43. Well, you should take it as a compliment because I've known you for a while. But do you think, I mean, you do think, you agree, I'm sure, that like dating at late 30s, 40s, I mean, anytime I think about jumping ship on this relationship, I look out at the dating. It's crazy. It's like, it's funny because as a man gets older, I think his standards get lower. And it's like, you're like, yeah, I'll go out with a dumb lefty idiot. If it's a pretty girl, if it's going to be a fun time, sure, I'll go out and have a fun date.
Mm-hmm.
But women, as they get older, they get more selective. And it's so weird because they've been rejected by so many men. Like, if you're single and you're 40 and you're a woman, you have had a lot of failed relationships. If you're an attractive woman, single, 40, there's something wrong with you. Like, you've got to be fucked up in some way. And then they're like, instead of being like, oh, this is a kooky guy, he could have a sense of humor, it's like, is that the shirt that you're going to wear on a date?
There was this like 40-year-old 6-foot brunette for like multiple years now I've matched with, and we've never.
It's so funny when you see them again and again, year after year, you're like, I'll match again. I'll try it again. Anyway, continue.
So she like the first time it's like, yeah, like this isn't gonna work, I'm not interested, like blah blah, like the communication from her was always negative. And then on the last match, like many years later after our first match, she writes me, sorry, I can't go out with you, you're a white supremacist. And then on the new, or she said I'm a white nationalist. She's then on the news, on the fucking local Channel 9 WGN News, her ass is doing an interview with the news about a local black guy who's been arrested 100 times for punching women in the faces. And I wrote in the comments section, clearly this woman is a racist. And then people commented and said, I agree, this bitch is a fucking racist. I was like, I can't believe that, God is so just.
God is so good.
Gives the equilibrium that I so rightly, observe and not even deserve. Thank you, Lord. Ribono Shalom.
Ribono Shalom, that's funny. It's funny because, like, if you're matching with John Kitover for 6 years straight, time after time, clearly you're not getting married. Like, why not just go out with John? Why not? Why not? That's what I don't understand.
I really don't think I'll be getting married. It's possible. Like, I can tell that based on the way that people use their cell phones, that 90% of people now cannot actually be in a long-term, committed, responsible relationship dedicated to raising children, let alone taking care of their opposite partner, because they are in a relationship with their cell phone. And there's just no pulling them away from that anymore.
How often do you drive? You have a car, right?
Yeah, I drive like every day.
You drive every day. Do you notice, not to just constantly be your friend who's bitching about driving, but do you think that people on the roads are generally getting more impatient? And do you think there's a correlation between cell phone use and general impatience, just in general? Like, people are just in general less patient.
The cars.
It's not a very revolutionary thought, but I think it's true.
The way that people drive and emotionally respond in their car is like a total 1-to-1 on their personality. And the way that people behave on here is a total 1-to-1 on their personality.
Right.
So there's just, if people road rage on a cell phone conference call app, they probably are in their car road raging, saying, "You dumb motherfucker, you dumb fucking bitch," blah blah. Like,
It would be nice, I guess, to record Clubhouse constantly because sometimes I want to ping you into rooms and I'm like, oh, you're missing it. But I guess you've heard it all before.
yeah, there's nothing new under the sun. It already was. And so that's why I say, like, if you're not evolving, you are technically a fool or a dunce. And therefore, you have to come to the conclusion that creative intelligence, creative productivity is the only way to go forward. And it really it's pretty simple. It's about building a library, a catalog, and competing with Motown. Because if you can't even compete with RFN, bro, Jesus Christ, man, you're competing with RFNs. All you got to do is compete with an RFN. Who the fuck are you? And so people here must be rich, right? Everybody on this app must be retired. Because how could anyone give so much of their self to other people? Because people come here to listen endlessly, but they create nothing. So you are just the consumer to other people's distribution, to the producers, to the creators. And then you could go into a room and listen to an F word talk about a recipe that they made last night for an hour with Monica and Serendipity and some trans person named Liberty with hairy armpits and an ugly girlfriend. It's up to you. It's your choice.
Do you know this guy Steve, the Southerner?
No. Should I?
No.
Should I? Yeah, Steve. I know the white guy. Steve, the Republican.
Yeah, Southern guy, Steve. Nice guy.
Yeah.
So I was talking with Steve earlier. It was a very small room. It was like Marshall, Steve,
Yeah.
Ian was there.
I saw that
Were you
room.
there?
I saw the room.
That?
No, fuck no.
Oh, okay. So I was there and I was talking with Steve, and Steve was saying, a lot of people like these Democrats, they say things that sound good, but they don't really talk about how it's going to get implemented. And I said, one of the challenges is that we're comparing our present society to a perfect society that we have in our mind. And we're saying, well, it would be great if we had free health care, it would be great if everybody had meaningful work, it would be great if we all had all our needs. And that would be great, but how do we get there? So how do we get there? And then the conversation went from there. We were chatting back and forth, and then Brad came in, and he was kind of just echoing what I was saying, he didn't even know what I was saying. And then Caleb came in, and Caleb said, shut the fuck up, I'm speaking. And then he interrupted everybody that they were speaking after they let him speak. And then Brad started saying the same thing that I was saying. He was like, we're basically comparing to the utopic society, the utopia. And I was like, yeah, that was my initial point. And he was like, shut the fuck up, trash man. Why don't you go film yourself fucking a tranny? And shortly afterwards,
Yeah, I gotta say, for Caleb being a rabbi, he sure doesn't have, I guess, what you would call like seminary or pulpit, like he.
papal manner, bedside manner.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, for a rabbi, like he's highly agitated, and I've criticized him before. I'm just like, I think I was in a room with him and I was like, just criticizing him on how angry he gets. Because like I've heard other rabbis say, if you see Jews or rabbis that are Orthodox and they're angry and they're screaming, like they're not Orthodox. They're not sages. So I'm just like wondering, like, what is wrong with Caleb? Like I know he just wants to be himself, but it's like, dude, I mean, you're pretty smart. Like, I hope you don't think that coming on here and screaming and getting your points or something are gonna like, it's like, dude, did you miss the personal development bus? Hello?
Yeah. I mean, it's the Tanya. It's like, if you really believe, and I think you really do believe this, and this is part of what I like about you, but if you really believe that, like, we're all a drop in the ocean, we're all a blade of grass, we're all a grain of sand, but, you're still gonna, like, I saw one time you made a video about parking, your car got towed away or something, and you were like bitching about things. Like, even though we're a grain of sand, even though the world is big and vast, you're still gonna try to read books every day. You're still gonna try to improve yourself every day. And if you don't, and because of that, you have to meet people with kindness. You have to be the Benoni. You have to all the things we've read in the Tanya. And if you're not doing that, then you've become black-pilled and you've given up and you're not the Benoni anymore. And it's like, if you're on, I mean, I've done this too. I've yelled at people, shut the fuck up, but it's very embarrassing and I'm never proud of it afterwards. I never think like, oh, I conducted myself really with a lot of maturity and tact. That's never the case. Never the case. Anyway, we got the Cuntamelon. Have you seen this Cuntamelon? Cuntamelon. Did you see my video? It's got 300,000 views. It's got 35,000 likes. That's a lot. Actually, it's got 40,000 likes.
Well, Rabono should. Huh?
Do you think these are real people? Like, it says I have 39,000 likes.
There's a lot of.
Is that true?
Probably at least 20% or even 80% of it is like bots. Because, like.
20 to 80.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
20 and 80.
Like, you don't have any comments. Like, how many comments are there?
How many comments? I can tell you there are 528.
Yeah, that seems to be pretty good. Pretty good. Maybe it's not bots, but you know, the whole thing is just keep exceeding and excelling and be creative, like mix and match, because the secret is in creation is the unintended consequences that you didn't foresee coming, or the little loophole or the little trick you discovered. Just the random way of creating creates all kinds of exciting surprises. And that's why you just have to keep creating all the time. Otherwise, you're just consuming. Like, I don't, you know, this girl that I was dating that I recently broke up with, she had a TV back to back, a TV in the living room wall and a TV on the bedroom wall. And I'm just like, how much fucking TV do you need, fat ass? Like, you're in fucking. No, she wasn't fat. Like, but she was like, I'm just like,
Getting there.
what the fuck? How much fucking TV do you need? Like, you can't live your whole life with a fucking television. You can't live your life with a television. Plus, you're on your fucking cell phone 24/7. So it's like, man, I mean, a meditator, a yoga person, a book reader, an artist, somebody who doesn't consume like a fucking prostitute, whore, street trash bag, just filling yourself with garbage. The metaphor is you are a cup. What do you put in your cup? That's who you are. So if you come to Clubhouse and you listen to fat ass Monica or fat ass Bima or fucking faggot retard N-word this guy or that fake lawyer here or this stupid fucking faggot lawyer judge on this stupid fucking faggot room, that's who you are. That's your cup. You put faggot retard N-words in your cup every day. What'd you have for breakfast? Oh, I had a glass of Brad. Brad for 1 hour was talking about Medicare, Medicaid. That's what I had for my morning breakfast fill-up coffee. Smells good. Fresh Brad in the morning. Love a glass of fresh Brad. Oh, what'd you have for lunch? I had Jazzy. Hello? For an hour.
Hello? I demand respect. Do not interrupt me, bitch! Oh, how was your breakfast? Oh, it was fantastic. I filled up with a Brad and a Jazzy in the morning and afternoon. I'm ready to go check into the psychiatric facility at 3 p.m. Absolutely need more medication. Well, what'd you do this morning? I filled myself up with Brad and Jazzy. Shut up, bitch! You're interrupting me, bitch! See what I'm saying? Like, if that's your priorities in life, well, that's your priorities. Some people call it community organizing. That's how I know that Barack Hussein Obama never organized his fucking sock drawer. That this faggot N-word retard, this NFR, was put in place because of his identity. That's the point. It's just a fucking nothing tag to say that because of his racial identity, he was empowered by the powers that be to dupe America into thinking that everything was going to be okay because of hope and change. Fucking NFR expanded the war and dropped a bomb every 8 seconds. Hello? Hello?
Something that's funny about this video that I made is that everybody keeps commenting and they're like, oh, this has to be Vermont. This has to be Massachusetts. Or they'll be like, this looks just like my neighborhood in Michigan. And it tells me that people are fed up with dumb lefties all over the country. And I guess it's not good because Trump is, I don't know, you're probably, are you soured on Trump? I guess Trump is not really living up to his promises either.
Does anybody? Come on.
Yeah.
Fucking
So.
Trump is one guy who has his own patterns, his own style, his own interests and likes, and he's like a 1945 person. Like, it's like my dad in the White House, dude. Like,
Right.
I know my dad's not going to be situationally aware on everything, but at least we got the right attitude in the White House, you know, which is a reversal from the bullshit. You know, everybody, oh, he's made $1 billion. It's like, oh no, oh. At least they didn't fucking steal it.
The war in Iran is weird, isn't it? But maybe they're trying to disarm the Muslims and they're trying to make it so we're trying to end Islam or something.
You're talking. I mean, sometimes I think it probably is all just about the fucking oil, you know?
It's just like, we got to secure this oil, we got to secure that oil, and eventually we're going to have control over all the oil, and then we're going to really be in control of the world. I guess that makes sense.
I think it's also like a legacy thing where Trump has always had an interest in Iran, and so this was like destined to happen. But look at Lindsey Graham, KIA. He paid the ultimate price. And before he died, he's like, I can't die now. I gotta free Iran.
Do you think that Lindsey Graham was like, you don't think he died natural?
No, dude. That guy he got killed.
Did you hear something? I only heard this on Clubhouse, but I heard somebody talking about how Lindsey Graham had sex with a transgender whore.
Yeah, there was like a tranny that came out and said that that Lindsey was his regular.
And then I talked to my mom about that, who's usually like a conspiracy theorist, and she got angry at me. She was like, don't say that about Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham was a good man. Lindsey Graham died peacefully.
I would very much say that he was not a good man, but that motherfucker could win, couldn't he? That motherfucker knew how to win. There was a photo of him with the Shah of Iran and all these other Iranians at this big mansion, and then he deleted the image or something, but I screenshotted it. So Lindsey Graham is instrumental in the United States taking action against Iran. Instrumental.
I mean, Lindsey Graham was probably like on the phone saying, "Go ahead, commence the strike. Hit him again, Daniel."
What do you think about the scientists being killed? Have you heard about this?
In Iran?
No, like around the world. I heard Eric Weinstein talking about this, about how some number of, like, he only said it was only like 6 or 7, but maybe that's enough for a pattern. I don't know if you remember this guy. His name was like Lulo Norino or something. It was at Brown University. He got killed near Brown University or something.
No.
Anyway, the conspiracy theory is that they're killing scientists who are coming up with cool science, and they're killing them because the cool science would be like freeing us.
Don't kill me, bro. I'm a cool scientist.
Basically.
Why are you doing this? Because you're a cool scientist. No! I was cool.
Well, when you put it like that, it doesn't sound as good.
Who are you? I'm an assassin. But why? Because you're cool. No! I was cool for a minute till you killed me. So a lot came out about Dr. Fauci today. Some emails.
I didn't hear about anything about it.
There's so much. Dude, they're saying he's a malignant narcissist, and that he was having panic attacks. So he started going on this like psychiatric medication that can make you manic. So the reason why COVID-19 and the response was so drastic is because Dr. Fauci is a malignant narcissist who was on a manic episode.
Spazzing out on his bed.
Dude, I mean,
oh my God, what the fuck?
And it was more than that. He was putting things into emails like destroy after reading. He was passing out bonuses to employees who were like loyal communicators, and just so much shit came out about him today. There's this woman named Mary Bowden, MD, a doctor who is like suing the California Board of Doctors or whatever, medical, like the AMA or whatever, and she endorsed me for Congress because I signed her petition to pull the COVID-19 vaccines from the marketplace, and Moderna now has a cancer vaccine, which has never gone through the clinical trials apparently, and it got approved. So it's like, dude, talk about snake oil salesman, like in the wild west in the 1850s, selling fucking moonshine as cure-all shit. I mean, dude, like, anyways, there was also this federal employee who helped cover things up with Fauci. She now works at Pfizer, makes like $1 million a year. Many other CDC employees moved over to Pfizer. So if you think you can trust an international biopharmaceutical corporation that sponsors the Women's Tennis Association. I was at the gym. I'm working out on a treadmill, and I see an advertisement, a cartoon of this cool guy in a sports car being chased by the police or something in Italy. Yeah. And he gets out of his sports car and jumps into a sport motorboat and pops a pill called like Trulia because he doesn't want to get seasickness. The side effects of this anti-seasickness medication is lethargy or fatigue, upset stomach, and mild headache. And I'm like, man, you know what? Maybe I get motion sickness and I need to start taking this medication before I get motion sickness. So I'm just saying that, like, we live in a we live in a world where you get 2.5 billion seconds. And Pfizer, Moderna, J&J wants to capture part of your 2.5 billion second experience by getting your government to spend an additional $50,000 for your well-being. Hello? Hello?
I did find what you were talking about with the Fauci diary, but it was hard to find.
Yeah.
And it's funny, it was not easy to find.
Well, I hope they arrest that motherfucker. I hope they put him on a firing squad and blow his fucking brains out. Personally, hello? Is that medical misinformation? Is it my medical diagnosis that we should capitally execute the worst mass genocider in human history? I mean, if the is a genocide, well, isn't Dr. Fauci a genocide? Hello?
Yeah, hell yeah, no, man, that's crazy. What a wild world. Oh, we got Matt.
The last chick that I was dating, she's like, "Did you take the vaccine?" I'm like, "No." She goes, "I didn't take it either." And then she ripped her vape pen. And I was like, "Oh, wow, you're really interested in health. I can tell. You're a health freak." Then she had a glass of vodka and ripped her vape pen. Matt, welcome to the John Kitover Band Music Magic Room.
Thank you for having me.
Are you opposed to vodka and vape pen?
Yeah, dude. This chick is like gonna become a PA, a physician's assistant. I'm like, shouldn't you be kind of like health obsessed since you want to help sick people with their health? I'm pretty sure your vape pen and vodka habit of always having a Trader Joe's vodka bottle with you could be, not complimentary to your future career.
I agree. I don't even think about the health of the vape. It's just like the culture of it. That's even worse.
Don't you guys smoke weed?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about myself. I'm not talking about myself, Zach. Talking about the girl that broke my heart. Jeez, so insensitive.
If you say anything about weed, we're talking about vaping.
Damn, I just want to quote Marshall Rankin and say, "That's not the topic. Stick to the topic."
Somebody said to me earlier, he said, "Trash bag, you're not being helpful. You're not being helpful. You're not being helpful."
He is so annoying. Oh my gosh.
I'd rather have my doctor smoke weed than use a vape pen.
Matt, you're not being helpful.
Matt Rabono Shalom. Do you think that Israel is structurally Ashkenazic racist?
No.
Excellent.
Deal.
Excellent news. Well, we don't have a patrilineal Jewish state. We only have a matrilineal Jewish state. So until we have patrilineal representation, I'm sorry, but to me, Israel is structurally racist. And I tell patrilineal.
I think you can get citizenship if your dad is Jewish.
I tell matrilineal Jews here all the time, that I'm a patrilineal Jew and we don't associate with matrilineal Jews anymore.
I don't know what my stance is on. I don't know what my reaction is to that, but I appreciate your stance.
Thanks. Because if everybody else can complain about their racial identity politic, well, as a very unique patrilineal Mishling Ashkenazi,
It's not unique.
It's unique when we hear matrilineals espouse their Judaism and then poo-poo patrilineals and say that person's not Jewish and that person is an Ashanda to the community and he should be shunned because he's not Jewish and he's going around culturally appropriating our cultural identity. I'm just saying that, if you go to those lengths, it could be a you problem.
Do you give your father a hard time for his decision making?
There was a time in my life where I felt that I was white trash and I had
Because your father's decisions.
Yeah, because I had no identity and my dad set me up for failure. Then I realized the exact opposite was the truth. I'm the luckiest patrilineal mixling because I'm a day walker. All these matrilineal Jews are constantly psychologically all or nothing. And honestly, when you study Kabbalah and you look at what Orthodox Jews
don't do that, first of all.
Well, what I'm saying is that the Orthodox Jews, the Hasidic, Orthodox Jews, they're so calendar driven.
that like I wonder if they're insane because
lunar calendar trip, to be specific.
well, what I'm saying is you could probably compress a lot of their activities, and basically just operate off of cliff notes. And for that reason alone, I think some people are kind of neurotic about the God. And I could see how some women would not want to be with a man who is compulsively behaving before God to fulfill the calendar and all the other activities that community is engaged in. To me, it's like having a full-time job on top of having a full-time job, and then you have no personal space. I really like my personal space. I guess it's like starting my own Chabad, you know, um, because I go to Chabad, but I also know that I could do the same thing that they do,
Yeah,
but I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to do that. It's too much work. It's party. It's event planning.
it's a lot of work.
Ugh, yuck.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite Hebrew words. Ich and yach, yach and ich.
It's a lot.
I'm just happy that I'm patrilineal because then I can deny the identity and I can affirm the identity whenever I choose. Like, look at Steve Appel. He goes,
What do you
I was born a Jew. I will die a Jew. But I'm an atheist. And then people will say, you can't be Jewish if you're an atheist. He says, bullshit. I can be an atheist Jew if I want to be. So you can be whatever you want to be. And no one can tell you that you're not what you say you are.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to actually say. That was going to be a point to make is, while what you said about yourself and how you view it may or may not be true, others use it to persecute because they feel like they can impose their thoughts on what you are and what you're not, and use that just as conveniently as you can use what you say you are or what you're not conveniently.
My next door neighbor is a patrilineal Jew. Actually, I believe it's only like his grandfather who was Jewish.
Oh, good Lord.
And my next door neighbor wears a kippah every day, and he wears tzitzit, and he wears the
Baruch Hashem.
Orthodox suit, and he is not kosher all the time. He does Shabbat every week. I can't contact him on Saturday. I can't contact him Friday night. And he's more religious than me. And I'm a pureblood.
Wow.
And I'm dating a shiksa.
What a mitzvah. You can be whatever you want in this world. But nobody can take away who you are at the same time.
It basically goes down to like pronouns where, you know, Jew is like a pronoun. And it's true. No, it's true. And what I'm just saying is that when people don't affirm your identity or your pronoun, like some of the weirdest pronouns is like is, or there's some weird ones that are like, I can't believe people would use those as their identifying
Wait,
marker.
there's one that's literally neener.
What does that represent?
I don't know, but it's on Instagram, or maybe it's not anymore. But there was a time when you could select your pronouns, and there was a big drop-down menu, and it was like Z, Zer, B, Der, and then there was one that was literally me/ner. And that means your pronouns are neener, as in neener, these are my pronouns. And I think that's very funny. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the term neener.
Maybe that's just a coding error. Like if it dropped down said like null or something. Or like JavaScript JavaScript. That's
Is it me/ner?
yeah, maybe it's just a AI slop code.
Neener.
Patra Jews.
I'm also thinking about declaring that patrilineal Jews are the least Zionist Jews amongst all the Jews, and therefore
What
that's
about Black Hebrew Israelites?
those are not patrilineal Jews.
They're also not a lot of things. They might be more Jewish than patrilineal Jews, though. Who's more Jewish, a Black Hebrew Israelite or a patrilineal Jew?
I got baptized in high school when I was like a senior in high school, and my grandmother. I come home and she's crying and crying. She's like, "How could you do this?" I was like, "Grandmother," I was like, "It's a piece of paper. I jumped in the pool and a black guy laid his hands on me, said a prayer, and gave me a piece of paper, Grandmother. It's not like a big deal." And she's like, "Everything is terrible." And I was like, "What are you crying about, Grandmother?" And my dad's like, "Mom, relax. He didn't kill anybody. He got baptized." She's like, "I know, but how could you do this? How could you do this?" I was like, "I don't understand. What is she so upset about?" But now I know, later on in my life, I understand why she was so heartbroken. But the truth is, education is actually a very rare commodity. And you're very lucky if you're raised like McZed. Because then you can come on Clubhouse all day neurotically with your beautiful big tittied wife and your 20 kids. And you could just endlessly, have legal debates about this and that while you're working. And demonstrate your superior intelligence and superior neuroticism for wanting to be a part of it and not have the fear of missing out. Because I think a lot of people come here because they do have like this subconscious fear that they're going to miss out on like something, but there's nothing here to miss out on. It's just the same RFNs repeating themselves every day. So
it's definitely a blend, right? It's a pizza pie of things. There's probably that.
It's not
narcissistic.
Yeah, there's that.
NFTs, right? There's a whole bunch of
the vanity is on full display on this app. It's unbelievable how vain, like that Nelson Apega, Cindy Stumpo.
Well, I think I'm the best at noticing the vanity.
You think you?
People with the little green icon thingies that are at the top of the rooms.
I'm just joking.
The green beaners. Do you know in the book?
They're called.
The book.
I'm pretty new to Clubhouse. I've only been on here since 2020, I think.
In
pretty new. That's 6 years of your life, asshole.
Yeah, I was here like when only there were rooms about NFTs and what else? Some crypto projects, scams, and stuff about like getting vaccinated. Those
oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my
Big
God!
J. Big J. What's good?
Big J, Big Al, what you do? What's
Yeah,
going
Big J. It's probably been a year and a half. Wow, follow me.
Can somebody please introduce this NFR to the room?
NFR.
Is that?
Aren't you an NFR, Summer?
What does last time I talked to you, I was doing my internship.
Oh shit.
How did it go?
It went super.
Julian's part of the gays from New York City.
You mean the young, abused, hustled boys who are used for sexual purposes by other
He's a
pervert?
mom Downey man.
Well, welcome to the John Kitover Band Music Magic Room. This is part of the John Kitover Experience, a subdivision of John Kitover Incorporated, another subdivision of the Chicago mayoral candidate campaign to elect John Kitover. Yaka! Rabono Shalom. Just a quick hello, I'm sure.
Have you been to the new Obama Center in Chicago?
Yes, I have. It was so exciting. I felt great hope and change when I was there. Gigi, welcome to the room.
Julian, I'm so happy to have you. Julian, what's good?
The gang is all here.
Yes, we can, nigga.
Julian's here.
Please don't say anything with the soft A or hard R, as it can temporarily interrupt the ongoing live.
Doesn't Julian sound like McLovin?
Actually, my friend, if you are an NFR and you say NFR, that's totally acceptable. Also,
Julian is a fucking FNR.
Oh, yeah.
What's an NFR?
He's like a RFN.
Well, look,
What does R? What's
somebody in another room, somebody named Fabio wrote, "This sounds like homoerotic music, nigga." And so that's pretty close to a projection, an accurate one-to-one. If you are an NFR and you say NFR, that is a perfect one-to-one projection.
I feel like it should be RFN.
What's that mean?
RFN, NFR, FRN. You can rotate it any way you want. If you are an NFR, you can also be an RFN, a retard F word, N word. If you say N word, R word, F word, N word, F word, R word.
No, that's not Julian.
But listen, I don't want to interrupt our regularly scheduled programming. I hope you guys are having a great day and you're filled with joy and you're filled with strength and you've got a little bit of wisdom. Try to read a wisdom book today if you can for just 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. Fill yourself with some knowledge, not the clown house, endless ridiculousness of gossip, of slander, of defamation, and just try to be productive. Try to be a little creative. When I was depressed, the rabbi said, "John, you got to be productive." But what he was really saying was, John, be more creative. Create is the root word of creative. Don't be an RFN. They're never creative because they're always busy being RFN.
In 10:15 to 11:45 in the morning. That's pretty good, right?
Fucking great.
Depends what you're doing.
Teaching a bunch of RFNs how to tie some knots. Tie knots and string.
Anyway, that's. I love the little.
We promise already, so.
Aesthetic you have, Zach, on your TikTok.
Thank you. Did you see my newest video? It has 300,000 views and it has 36,000 likes.
Oh, okay.
Actually, wait a minute.
Popular.
Wait a minute, hang on. There's 41,000 likes. 41,500.
That's pretty good.
Or 41,000.
Hello? Welcome back to the John Kitover Band
This is your music magic moment of your clown house experience in the clown house tent that you keep coming back to because you are a clown. Not like a fool, more like an NFR. If you don't know what an NFR is, just think about the three words you can't say in the human English language. N-word, F-word, R-word.
Hello? 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 I offered it once on Earth.
Hey, John.
Before an hour.
Can you pause this?
Yeah.
Can you play the Kundalini song again? That song was a banger.
Yeah, that was a good one. I went through my Suno today, and there was like 50 songs that I had never published, which was pretty cool. To publish all these. Also, I even have a new Watermelon Rainbow song. Listen to this one.
Watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows.
This song is dedicated to all our NFR friends here.
Watermelon rainbows,
Watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows,
watermelon rainbows,
watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows,
watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows,
This is the better version.
watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows,
watermelon rainbows.
watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows,
Watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows,
watermelon rainbows,
watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows.
watermelon rainbows, watermelon rainbows.
This song is made specifically for NFRs. That was what we had in store. This is Babyface Boogie.
Another John Kitover hit song, Babyface Boogie.
Tiny toes, tiny side, milk on your chin, dream in your eyes. Midnight yawns in a cotton white room. I'm wide awake, just watching you bloom, baby face, baby face. You're my little disco in a quiet place. Every tear, every laugh, every little trait of hope and wonder on your baby face, baby face.
Every brother who may possess minds land or houses more than he can himself constantly occupy, should donate part of such mines or land, or one or more of such houses to the order.
Madame Blavatsky called for what?
Oh,
Force in the human organism is called Kundalini, the serpent power. There are any number of systems which attempt to tell unwary students how to awaken the sleeping. Kundalini. They are too often successful, and the results of their misguided efforts are human wrecks and derelicts, people driven to madness and obsession. For the fact is that Kundalini is a real force, and is as powerful in destruction as it is in integration. Every person automatically receives the instruction he needs to awaken. Kundalini. When the time comes for that awakening, in the meantime, listen to no one who tells you that he can help you to unfold powers by setting the serpent force in action. Such practices are the most dangerous known to man. The proper way to prepare yourself for the time when you can do such a thing safely is to learn how to control your body, your mind, and your emotions. When you have done this, you will know what your next step is to be. Kundalini is not a force to be feared. You really use it every day of your life. But you use it naturally and without giving it conscious attention. For even in its latent state, it is the force behind your activities. It is automatically controlled by subconsciousness. Subconsciousness is the woman in Kiev, and she has the lion in complete control, because tarot works by giving suggestions. To subconsciousness it works automatically towards the expansion of consciousness that makes for an ever greater control over continually increasing powers of personality. The other symbolism in this key has been explained elsewhere. 9! The Hermit! The Hermit represents the one identity. For I am, he represents the consciousness of the man who has attained enlightenment. And he stands upon the mountain peaks as a light bearer for those below him on the path. He is solitary, alone. This symbolism points to the fact that in reality the central self of every one of us, which seems to us to be separate from every other self, is that same one identity. Because this key represents the one identity, it also symbolizes will. Since the manifested universe came into being by an act of the primal will of the one identity. The hermit's gray roar, by its color, symbolizes the neutralization of all of the pairs of opposites in manifestation. By Because opposite colors mixed equally produce gray. The star corresponds to will and the archetypal world. He stands in darkness because what is behind our personifications of the supreme reality is dark and incomprehensible to our intellects. Yet he carries the golden six-rayed light, symbolizing cosmic principles and laws as our consciousness awakens to the understanding of these laws.
Hello? Hello?
Madame Blavatsky called for it. This force in the darkness recedes as the light shines more brightly, until at last we find ourselves upon the height to which we now aspire.
10.
The Wheel of Fortune. Rotation is the keyword assigned to the Wheel of Fortune. This is closely related to such ideas as spinning, circulation, rolling, whirling, wheeling, etc. What is meant here is that the symbology of this key refers to the initial whirling motion in the vast expanse of the root substance of the universe, which occultists call the limitless light. Differentiations of this primary motion, because all changes in form or quality on every plane. The title refers to the attribution to this key of the pair of opposites, wealth and poverty. The rewarding intelligence is attributed to it, and the planet Jupiter, which is called in astrology the greater fortune, and is stated to have tremendous influence for prosperity and all benefits when well placed in a horoscope. Are the cherubs mentioned in Ezekiel and Revelation? They represent the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. The wheel itself is the symbol of the whole cycle of cosmic expression, whose movement suggests vibration, represents the evolution of the cosmic radiant energy, or fall hat into matter. The jackal-headed Homonibus represents the evolution of consciousness from lower forms to higher. Finally, the Sphinx typifies the real self of man. I finished its evolution much higher in this cycle of manifestation. 11. Justice. This key is the center of the tarot pack. It stands for equilibrium, balance, etc., symbolized by the title and the scales. These also symbolize the Hindu doctrine of karma, which literally means action or work. It manifests itself in the form of a law of undeviating justice. This doctrine is expressed in the Judeo-Christian dictum, as a man soweth, so shall he also reap. In physics, it is stated that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It is the entire appearance of cause-effect. The 2 curtains, suggesting duality, represent balance by their symmetrical arrangements. The throne repeats the pillar and veils symbolism of key 2. The circle and square on the front of the crown refer to the movement of spirit within material forms. The sword represents discrimination, which is closely allied blind to the idea of justice. Is the agency through which all of the forces represented by keys 1 to 10 are transferred to the manifesting powers represented by keys 12 to 21. This cryptic statement deserves a great deal of thought upon your part. You will be well rewarded for your effort.
Iron sky, smoke on the hill. Every wound, remember it still. We were dust, kneeling in chains. Now we rise, calling your name. In the dark I hear the answer. In the roar I hear a hymn. Every fear becomes a banner when your fire burns within. Oh! Liberty, God, intelligence, love, writing in fire above. Over the ashes and blood of the ground, you lift up a kingdom, you set on a crown. Liberty, God, intelligence, love, name that I'm fighting for. I carry your light like a blade in the storm, marching forevermore. Cold steel, close to my face, still I stand guarding this place. Every scar etched in my skin feels like proof you live within. When I falter, you are thunder. When I'm broken, you are breath. Every heartbeat tearing under turns to courage out of death. Hey! Liberty, God, intelligence, love, writing in fire above. Over the ashes and blood of the ground, you lift up a kingdom, you set on a crown. Liberty, God, intelligence, love, name that I'm fighting for. I carry your light like a blade in the storm, marching forever.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a fraud and a criminal who lies. But to love me is better than all things. If under the night stars in the desert thou presently burnest mine incense before me, invoking me with a pure heart, and the serpent flame therein, thou shalt come a little to lie in my bosom. For one kiss wilt thou then be willing to give all. But whoso gives one particle of dust shall lose all in that hour. Ye shall gather goods and store of women and spices. Ye shall wear rich jewels. Ye shall exceed the nations of the earth in splendor and pride, but always in the love of me, and so how shall ye come to my joy? I charge you up. Believe in one secret, an ineffable Lord, and in one star in the company of stars, of whose fire we are created, and to which we shall return, and in one Father of life, mystery of mystery, in his name Chaos, the sole viceregent of the sun upon the earth, and in one air the nourisher of the beginning of duality is
What's essential is that knowledge I am. Claim it, appropriate it as your own. If that is not there, nothing is knowledge of all stages, will be obtained only with the aid of this knowledge I am. From the absolute no-knowing state, spontaneously this consciousness, I am, has appeared. No reason, no cause. I'm pan, 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 yo, pan, 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 yo, pan, filled with listen, lust of the light. Oh man, my man, come careering out of the night of Pan, Iopan, 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 come over the sea from sister filled with listen, lust of the light. Oh man, my man, come careering out of the night of Pan, Iopan.
Iopan. In the grip of the surf, merge as the gods withdraw. The lone lion sea whispers low to the shore. Infinitely large. Each one a circle where the void is born. Give me the sign of the open night, a riddle of shadows where whispers lie, the thorny thigh, the maddening cry. Open, open, open. I am awake, the serpent shakes. Open, open, open. born on the hunt. I won't
Oh yeah.
Watermelon rainbow. Watermelon Watermelon rainbow.
Watermelon rainbow. Watermelon rainbow.
Watermelon rainbow. Blue and orange.
Blue and orange haze.
Blue and orange haze. Blue and orange haze.
Blue and orange haze.
Catching neon futures.
Catching neon futures. Catching neon futures.
Catching neon futures.
Nothing has changed, but everything has changed. We're gonna color in the lines and rearrange. Talking about a new campaign
Jam Kitover for Chicago.
in this town,
Kitover for mayor.
pushing forward through the rain. And I know we can change it fairly. So right now, make your choice sincerely. And I know everybody.
Name of this song is I Spam You Night and Day, all day, every day on Clown House. My prompt was, please be as annoyingly as AI possible to annoy people to the highest annoying degree.
One more click, you took the bait. I got coupons, crypto games, fake fame, 20 different names. Hit reply, you feed the flow.
Which cardinal wax was placed upon the top of the table. On 4 others stood the feet of the table. No first.
Next. The following text is between the points of the pentagram starting at upper right. The words below are arced in a circle.
Hello? Hello?
An asteroid on L as a small A overlay. T, a deal rise on L as a small A overlay. A T, email rise on L as a small A. See all these names in the heptagram of the Great Seal. So also there are 7 great
Surfaces of the earth, for the plant of truth grows not upon the ground, nor measure the motions of the sun, collecting rules, for he is carried by the eternal will of the Father, and not for your sake alone. Dismiss from your mind the impetuous course of the moon, for she moved of byways by the power of necessity. The progression of the stars was not generated for your sake. The wide aerial flight of birds gives no true knowledge, nor the dissection of the entrails of victims. They are all mere toys, the basis of mercenary fraud. Flee from these if you would enter the sacred paradise of piety, where virtue, wisdom, and equity are assembled.
This is called Zorro. I think I pulled this out of Zoroaster.
Direct not thy mind to the vast surfaces of the earth, for the plant of truth grows not upon the ground, nor measure the motions of the sun, collecting rules, for he is carried by the eternal will of the Father, and not for your sake alone. Dismiss from your mind the impetuous course of the moon, for she moved always by the power of necessity. The progression of the stars was not generated for your sake. The wide aerial flight of birds gives no true knowledge, nor the dissection of the entrails of victims. They are all mere toys, the basis of mercenary fraud. Flee from these if you would enter the sacred paradise of piety, where virtue, wisdom, and equity are assembled. Zoroaster!
Saturn in the furrow, black bread in my hand, a bell for the burial, dust in the land. Jupiter at the table, fat wine, full plate, a clerk with a gold pen, walking through the gate. Mars on the road with iron in his grin, sun on the bench, calling power in. Saturn, Saturn, hold the field, Jupiter, Jupiter, pour and yield, Mars, Mars, lift the blade, sun, sun, where